Say I would be the sunlight in your universe, and you would think my love was really something that if I could, yeah. The world.
It's a happy Monday, Lobos. This is Karina and I'm Kandy, and welcome to another week of Lobo TV.
Kandy, Feliz Dia de los Muertos, and it's a Mindful Monday, so let's empty our cup.
But first, let's check out what's today's lunch.
Lobos, pick up your lunch at any APS school between 10:45 and 11:30 a.m.
So, staff, if you haven't voted yet, what are you waiting for? Drop off your ballot right now.
Voting matters, so let's check out the special programming for Maya and our web team.
Good morning, Lobos. I'm Maya, and this week the web team will be looking at how movements matter in our lives. With the election tomorrow, let's talk to the web team about why voting matters.
Voting matters because it's the backbone of our democracy. In 1789, the Constitution of the United States granted the states the power to set voting. People were delighted to know that they could choose their president.
However, only 5% of the population could legally vote because only white men aged 21 and older who own land could vote.
The first change to voting rights happened in 1868. The 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution grants full citizenship rights, including voting rights, to all men born or naturalized in the United States. And in 1870, the 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution eliminates racial barriers to voting.
However, many states continue practicing voters' discrimination. Poor tax literacy tests, fraud, and intimidation still prevents many from voting. Native Americans are still denied the right to vote.
Change happened in the 1920s. The 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is ratified, giving women the right to vote nationwide. In 1924, the Indian Citizenship Act grants Native Americans citizenship and voting rights.
In 1964, the Federal Civil Rights Act is passed to ensure that all men and women aged 21 and older, regardless of race, religion, or education, have the right to vote.
In 1965, the Federal Voting Rights Act suspends literacy tests, registrations, and voting rights are now federally enforced. In 1971, the 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution lowers the voting age to 18.
Voting has been a major battle to change since the birth of the United States. Please do not take your votes for granted. People have died for the right to vote. That's why voting matters.
This year's election takes place tomorrow, and this year's election could decide everyone's future, including some people's rights getting revoked or getting the rights they need. So get your votes in.
Thank you. Stay tuned for tomorrow's show when we talk about why language matters. And please, if you haven't already, go out there and vote. Peace out.
Thank you, web team. For public safety, you should always do a self-assessment check before leaving your house.
And please don't forget to wear a mask, wash your hands, and keep your social distance.
Remote learning has been a little stressful and filling my cup.
Let's tackle the stress with Mindful Mondays.
Good morning, Lobos, and welcome to Mindful Mondays.
We are going to start off the morning jumping right into a movement exercise.
As we mentioned last week, it's so important to take time during your day to turn off your screens and move your body. While many mindfulness practices are done in stillness, it's not the only way. Sometimes movement is what the body and mind need.
With our second quarter remote schedule, you get 10 minutes in between classes. Here is one way you can use that time. Start in a mountain pose, or simply standing as tall as you can and stretching your arms long beside you. Bring your attention to your toes. Explore how they move. Wiggle them. Pick them up off the floor. Spread them out, and then place them back down. Next, explore the rest of your feet and ankles. Roll them in circles. point and flex your feet. And make any other movements you choose. Try to do this on both sides. Finally, move your attention to your knees. Pick them all the way up, one at a time. And then bend them as deeply as you can. What other movements can your knees do? Consider jumping or doing some lunges. Get creative with how your body can move and stretch. Notice how you feel. Perfect.
On Thursday, we'll get some ideas from our staff members on how they choose to move their body and relieve some stress. See you then, Lobos.
I'm self-strong. I am self.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Michelle.
You're supposed to say peace out.
Future
Trying to get me to
Lobos.
say it.